Warning: Tsukihime is an adult visual novel with themes and depictions of sex, sexual violence, rape, gore, and abuse. Warnings will be placed before any of these pop up in the video, just be advised that these themes are in the story. Hello, and welcome back to Tsukihime. In the last part, Shiki was stuck in an awful position. While awake, a splitting headache grows. In his dreams, an unknown person tortures him with actual physical inflictions. Shiki is stuck in this loop that makes rest impossible and processing his surroundings near impossible. However, at some point in this cycle, Akiha came to his bedside and promised she would save him. We now continue the story with Chapter 11, Burning Body 3. It's been several mornings. Time-wise, it is only the next morning from last night, but for me, having alternated between being asleep and being awake, time and day is of no concern. Excuse me, Shiki-sama. I hear a voice and Hisui enters the room. Good morning. I have brought you something to drink. I don't even have the energy to say thank you. I can only stare longingly at what Hisui brought me. Shiki-sama, can you drink it by yourself? If you cannot move freely yet, I can help you. She leans over to me to check my condition. Helping me to drink, she says, but she won't even touch my body. More importantly, I can't allow her to get close to me. It's just the same as yesterday. Even though my body won't move, every time I see Hisui or Kohaku-san, I feel like I'm going crazy. I can drink water by myself. Please just leave the glass over there. Yes, as you wish. Hisui places the glass down and waits by the hall. I manage to move my arm and place my lips on the cup. The cold water is tasteless, just like the air. The burning in me cannot be soothed by just this water, and my thirst cannot be quenched by such a thing. Hisui stares at me silently from the hall. What is this? Not being able to move for only 3 days, and I already feel jealous of Hisui. Being able to move freely like that, not having to feel this pain, I start to get a little annoyed. Hisui. Yes, what is it, Shiki-sama? If you have finished your task, please leave. I can't relax with people around me like this. But, Shiki-sama, in that case, I told you if I need anything I'll call for you. Don't make me say the same thing over and over again. Talking makes me pretty tired. As you wish. I will return in a while, so please do not strain yourself. The door closes. Hisui comes every hour to take care of me. I let out a deep sigh. I feel even more tired. Thinking that I have to turn back Hisui like this more than 10 times today makes me depressed from self-hatred. Shiki awakens to a pain in his arm. He had fallen asleep and was rudely awakened by another attack in his dreams. Shiki manages enough strength to punch the wall and wonders how long the suffering will continue. Will it end if he stops the man in his head himself? Struggling to find an answer, he strikes the wall again, only to realize that he's able to move his body. Huh? My body, it's moving. I lift my upper body from my bed. The motion which took me about an hour to do before seems so natural now. No, like it always has been. And I may even be healed. All right, I'm all better. I'm so happy I jump out from the bed. Whoomp. Eh? Something falls down. I lower my gaze. On the carpet is my forearm, which detached from my elbow. I guess it was a dream. Using all of my power, I lift my upper body. My arm is still attached to my body. I don't even have any feeling, not any pain. It appears I'm not broken yet. Shiki-sama, may I please enter? Hisui's voice. I guess it's time for her to check up on me again. Yeah, come in. Excuse me. Shiki-sama, please lie down. The doctor has told you not to sit up. Well, I can't be sleeping all day. And even if you call him a doctor, I don't have any appreciation if he can't help me at all. Hisui lowers her shoulders silently with an apologetic look. I feel annoyed. If she acts like that, I'll just get more miserable. Why can't she understand that, this woman? Stop it. If you keep showing such a pitying face, I'll just feel worse. I'm very sorry, Shiki-sama. If you have something to do, hurry up and do it. I can't do anything, so it should be easy for you to change the sheets or my IV. Yes, as you wish. Hisui wordlessly changes my IV bag. Taking care of the sweat and blood-stained sheets along with my pajamas is apparently Kohaku-san's job. Even though she's done, Hisui does not withdraw from my bedside. Hisui? Shiki-sama, may I ask you a question? Hisui's voice seems to be quivering. Yeah, what is it? Shiki-sama, does your body hurt? What? For a moment, I almost yell at Hisui. Does my body hurt? Can someone not me, understand the pain I'm going through? I'm about to go insane from the constant sensation of my body being stabbed, and I can't even move while all this is happening. She looks at me like that and asks me if my body hurts. Who knows? I don't know. I've just become numb all over. Yes. Hisui's voice is shaking more and more. It feels like my body is being burned by an invisible fire. I'm dying bit by bit from my fingers onwards. Hisui stays there in pained silence. And then... Shiki-sama, Hisui's voice is no longer shaking. Calm as always, uninflected voice. I cannot stand seeing you like this any longer. Hisui says all this, but her expressionless face seems like she doesn't care about me. My heart starts to race. The impulse to want her increases. Hisui stands this close to me. Her body is this close. If I just reach out my arms, I can make her mine. Shiki-sama, Shut up! Don't look at me with that face! This anger is totally unexpected. I can't stand her expressionless face, so I take the IB bag and throw it at her. Splat! The red stain splashes all over Hisui, but her expression does not change. Shiki-sama, please do not strain yourself. That way of talking, that expressionless voice. Shut up. This is my body, I can do what I want with it. Her unchanging expression. It gets more and more on my nerves. That's it. Hisui, this has nothing to do with you. Of course you don't feel any pain or anything like that. Shiki-sama, please calm down. Their expression still does not change. No matter what I say to her, she receives it quietly. That only makes me angrier. Yeah, of course. Compared to you, I can never be that calm. Because as hurt as I am, you don't even raise an eyebrow and you just calmly observe me. Shiki-sama, please do not push yourself. If you yell like that, your body may get worse. Why, you... That's enough, get out of here. I'm sick and tired of looking at you, you worthless. As you wish. Please excuse me, Shiki-sama. Hisui leaves the room. As she does so, I happen to see her fingers. Her fingers are clenched so tightly I expected to see blood flow. As if she's trying to kill her expression as much as possible. I understand instantly that it is for my sake, since I told her not to pity me. She just withstood all my selfish venting of anger on her. Damn, what am I doing? Shiki realizes that getting angry at Hisui won't fix him. As another headache grows, the girl from his dream flashes in his head once again. This causes Shiki to realize that he was not just experiencing anger when Hisui was near him. He was also full of lust. The closer she was, the more the desire grew. The voice in his head chimes in, explaining that that desire is what makes them the same. Shiki yells at the voice to shut up, but it goes on.
That's right, the same, just like I was locked up all this time, you too.
Shut up.
In this room, locked up for life.
What?
Unable to leave this prison forever.
You!
Eternally locked away.
I said shut up! I slam my head against the wall. The voice stops, but as a price, my consciousness fades. Then, I dream of the basement again. It's afternoon now. The headache that greets me when I awake is slightly less than usual. Kohaku-san finishes changing me for the third time and leaves. Hisui did not come again after the incident. Of course, after what I said, it is only natural not to come back. Hisui won't come again. Just thinking that, I start to feel my spirit drift far away, but I understand that it's to both our benefits. If by some chance she does come again, all I will do is take it out on her again, and I don't deserve her kindness. Please excuse me, Shiki-sama. Saying that, Hisui enters my room. Hisui shuts the door, but does not come any closer. In her hand, she holds a tray with a glass of water. I have brought you something to drink. Do you care for it? Hisui really is expressionless, but I can still see her fingertips shaking. Hisui, why? After all those terrible things I said, why is she still taking care of me? It's okay, Hisui. You don't have to force yourself. If you don't wish to be near me, that's fine. Shiki-sama, I am not forcing myself. Rather, please do not force yourself, Shiki-sama. Hisui's emotionless voice. her shaking fingers. I finally realize it. It isn't that her voice is emotionless, it's that she's killing the emotion in her voice. I'm sorry. You can hate me if you want. It is alright, Shiki-sama. I cannot do anything, so it is natural for you to scold me. That isn't natural at all. The only one at fault is me. I'm sorry. My body is a little heavy. I don't think I can drink by myself. Can you please help me? Yes, I have been waiting for those words. Hisui walks towards my bed. Please excuse me. She's saying that with a restrained voice. She lifts my body. Hisui! Please, drink slowly. With one hand supporting my back, she brings the glass to my mouth. Until now, Hisui never touched me no matter what. Gulping down a few mouthfuls, I shake my head. Hisui puts the glass to the side. Then she puts her hand on my forehead. Thump. My heart starts to pound heavily in a totally different way than other times. Hisui, is this alright? Hisui lifts her hand. There does not seem to be a fever. Hisui murmurs this. I didn't even think so. All of my pain seems to have faded away with just that. Hisui, can I ask you a favor? Yes, what is it, Shiki-sama? Could you please keep your hand there for a bit longer? Why do you want me to do that? Your cool hand, it feels so good. If you do that, I can relax. All of my pain disappears as if it was merely a lie. Hisui's cheeks turn slightly red, and with a smile, she places her hand on my forehead. That's strange. Why do I feel nostalgic all of a sudden? I feel relaxed. My consciousness starts to become at ease. Yeah, come to think of it, I felt like this when Hisui took care of me like this before. Thank you. And sorry, Hisui. My consciousness sinks into oblivion. For a brief period of time, for the first time in days, I slip into a peaceful sleep without any pain or suffering. It is now midnight, and Shiki sends Hisui away for the night. He still can't move, and a headache slowly returns to him. Despite his inability to move, Shiki worries about his body moving against his will and harming Hisui or Kohaku. As the headache continues to pound, Shiki struggles for air. His throat has been targeted, making breathing difficult. As it gets worse, he wonders if he will finally die. He understands that he should have died 8 years ago, so gradually passing like this was always a possibility. As the girl from his dream appears in his mind once again, Shiki starts to doubt the true existence of his tormentor. But maybe this is for the best. I've always watched him kill people in my dreams. But maybe he never existed in the first place. Maybe it was me all along. I remember Yumizuka's words. She said that I was a true killer. Back then, all I could do was deny it, but now, I don't even have the power to do so. My disturbed mind, my broken body, the dreams I have of killing people, the voice that echoes within me, the voice that isn't mine, the Tono Shiki who can't stop imagining how I violated Hisui. The headache that feels like my skull is cracking. It's like the sound of the killer's personality devouring my soul. The forgotten memory of the incident, my finger coated in blood. Then maybe, my dreams of killing people might be forgotten memories surfacing once again. Pain floods my consciousness. I can hear a voice that tells me to kill something, anything. But it's alright. Even if I am a killer, I couldn't possibly kill anyone the way I am now. Just like you said, I'm locked up in here, not even being able to take a step outside myself. With Shiki finding a positive side to his bedridden state, the chapter comes to a close. Though this comes as his life seems to be truly over, the story is not yet finished. Thus, we shall continue with Chapter 12, Daydream. The chapter starts with Shiki struggling for air. Shiki-sama? Please hold on! Shiki-sama! His breathing does not calm down despite her pleading. Please excuse me, Shiki-sama. Hisui? Thank goodness you have awoken, Shiki-sama. Hisui speaks to me in a clipped voice. I don't understand why Hisui is looking at me like that. What happened, Hisui? Looking at me like that, did something happen? No, it's nothing. Shiki-sama, please rest your body. You do not need to think about anything at all. Yeah, I'm already doing that. But Hisui, isn't it loud this morning? I can't sleep well with this wheezing sound coming from somewhere. Shiki-sama, that is... Hisui falls silent, with a strained expression on her face. The sound keeps coming back. I can hear it coming from near me. Huh? I cough. Only during that instant does the sound stop. Well, I feel stupid. The wheezing sound was only my breathing this whole time. Man, it's not like I've caught a cold. With tight lips, Hisui hangs her head. It looks like she wants to say something, but she can't. Hisui seems to be acting that way. Hisui, why are you so quiet? You haven't done anything wrong, so relax. Yes, if there's anything I can do, I will try my hardest to do so. You don't have to be so tense, Hisui. As long as you're here, I can relax, and it's better for me if you smile. Is this face acceptable? Hisui looks at me with an incredibly serious face. In all honesty, the look she has now is nothing like the smile she has shown before, but seeing Hisui try so hard does make me happy. Yeah, you can relax even more if you want. Could you bring me something to drink? My throat is so dry I can hardly breathe. Yes, I already have a drink ready for you. Hisui disappears from my view. The drink is probably set by the wall. Hisui comes back with a silver tray and places her hand on my back to lift me up. In that instant, as soon as I feel her hand on my back, it comes with disgusting speed. Shiki-sama, is this alright? It is not good to drink it all at once, so please drink this slowly. Shiki-sama? If you do not open your mouth, it will spill. Get away! Kya! Crash. The glass falls to the floor. Hisui sits on the floor where I push her away. I start to wheeze once more. My breathing is as ragged as that of a wild beast. Shiki-sama. Hisui isn't mad that I pushed her. Instead, she's even more worried. Please, forgive me. I moved you without asking. I should not have done such a shameful thing. No, that's not it. It isn't your fault. The one to blame. That's not it at all. You haven't done anything wrong. Shiki knows he himself is to blame. Hisui is concerned, but Shiki begs for her to leave the room as his breathing and desire intensifies. With a trembling voice, Hisui agrees to leave. Some time then passes. How much, though, is unknown. Shiki has just been lying in bed, unable to tell. The clock in his room says it is currently noon, meaning 3 hours have passed. However, his eyes distort the clock's shape, so he can't be truly sure that it is correct. He has an examination at 2, so he hopes to be able to last alone until that time. As he worries about the headache returning, and as his ragged breathing continues, someone walks into the room. Excuse me. Silently closing the door, Hisui enters my room. Hisui enters carrying a tray with a glass of water and some sort of medicine. Hisui, it isn't time for the examination yet, right? Yes, I just thought that you might be thirsty. She locks the door with a metallic clinking and draws close to my bed. Locks the door? Can you raise your body by yourself? If you cannot, then I will humbly give you assistance. No, I'm not thirsty. Besides, why did you come here? I told you to leave me alone. I refuse. I cannot leave you alone like this. After she says this in a distinct voice, she places her hands on my shoulders. Hey, Hisui? Please, if you are unable to stand by yourself, just say so. Huh? She quickly lifts up my body with a strong pull. Hisui takes the medicine and forces it into my mouth. Please drink. This is a special medicine that my sister made for you. The water pours down my throat. Maybe it's because she is mad about before, but she is acting rather forcefully. She moves like a precise, flexible doll without a will of her own. What are you doing all of a sudden? Of course I've been taking it out on you, but this is too... Huh? My body falls to the bed. I can't put any power to my movements. I have no strength, but I don't feel bad either. Rather, it's more of a feeling of inconvenience. My body starts to heat up from its very core. This is, like, the feeling of being alive. How long has it been since I felt this? I can't believe it. Somehow, like this. I feel like I could even walk. You must not. My sister has told me that it would not work unless you slowly regain your senses of the body. Please rest some more, Shiki-sama. Okay. If you say so, but what are you going to do? I will take care of your body, Shiki-sama. With that, Hisui takes her cold fingers and crawls them on my chest. Huh? I shiver. Like the recovering body, what's been quieted down surfaces again. Hisui, if you want to take my pulse, use my arm. No, I am not taking your pulse. I am checking your heartbeat. Ice. Her cold fingers move from my chest toward my stomach, sliding downwards. From the opening in my shirt, her fingers feel my skin. Hisui! Please be quiet. If you move around, the medicine will not work. For real? Yes. It is a medicine that is easily dissolved by your body, so if you move, it will dissolve quickly. My sister has told me that this will dilute the effects of the drug and that you should let the drug dissolve slowly for its full effect. If Kohaku said so, then I guess it can't be helped. I blushed. Hisui's fingers, which don't normally touch men, are now feeling my skin directly. At this rate, I'll... Huh? Your body temperature is pretty constant. At this rate, you will be unable to think about anything difficult for a while. What? What are you saying right now, Hisui? However, it will take more time, so let's talk to pass the time. Yes, let's talk about your beloved childhood, Shiki-sama. Still standing, she looks down at me as if she was staring at a dead body in a coffin. Do you remember? When you would play in the garden, you would always look up the window I was in. I was always looking forward to that time. Everyone at the mansion treated me as if I didn't exist. Your eyes would always look at me and speak without words. Hurry up and come outside and play with us, they said. But I didn't leave the mansion. I didn't know how. I didn't even know what that meant. Hisui's voice is far away. Her uninterested voice. Her voice seems to be clear of dark tones, but still, I did not look out the window to find meaning. I just didn't want to be in Makihisa-sama's room. So I was there, the only place I was allowed to be outside of his room. Therefore, it meant nothing to me. The figures of Shiki-sama and Akiha-sama playing in the garden were no different than the sun and the trees. If you had never noticed me, I would have been fine. If you hadn't waved to me or called out to me, who knows how I would have turned out. The way I am now, everything is because of you. Saying that, Hisui smiles happily. Every day, I looked forward to that time. I would always see you looking for me. Every day, those eyes would tell me to come play, to come outside. Isn't it funny? Because you were there, I noticed for the first time that I had legs that could take me outside. Are you listening, Shiki-sama? Even though the drug is working, please don't space out on me. Since I was a child, I have always wanted to talk to you like this. Hisui's mouth is distorted. Happy. Her lips make the shape of a smile as if she's having fun. I really did look forward to it, but it wasn't for you to take me outside. I knew that such a thing was impossible. I would have been fine if I never knew what hope was. Then I never would have known despair either. But you would always tell me with your eyes how simple it was, how much better it would be if I went outside. Really, I would always look forward to the afternoons when you would play outside. You were the only one I could let my emotions out on. No matter what the emotion was, I bet you didn't know how much I thought about you every day. I can't hear her voice very well. She just keeps talking. My mind is hazy and I can't quite grasp what she's saying. Just that, what Hisui is saying right now is a curse. When I come to, my whole body is burning. My pulse races and my veins feel as if they will explode. Even though I was that close to death, I feel vitality returning to my organs. Hot, Hisui, it's really hot. It's so hot, I'm going to go crazy. These sheets are in the way. These pajamas are too hot too. I feel as if I'm wearing a winter coat in the summer. But I still can't move. This body that hasn't been able to move for 3 days can't start working that easily. Hisui, what is happening to me? I'm hot, but my body won't move. Yes, no matter how much energy is restored, you are losing energy at a higher rate. Therefore, this drug can only restore your energy and this small part of you. Wait. No. 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 Hisui says this, and Hisui takes the fingers on my stomach and moves them downward. It should be apparent given the game's wording, as well as my fearful nose, but this is in fact another sex scene. In this case, the medicine given to Shiki has his, and Hisui says that she will tend to it. Shiki tries to tell her to stop, but she glares at him. Shiki-sama, are you holding back? Of course I'm holding back. For me to do this to you. Shiki-sama, the way your body is, you shouldn't strain yourself. She asks for him to relax, and then says, quote, let's do something that you wish for. I really don't want to see you stressing your body and heart, unquote. Shiki has a hard time forming a response before his body heats up more, saying that she'll make him, quote, feel a little more alive, unquote. She gets started. While doing so, she says, quote, we have that kind of power, unquote. One which involves the intake of bodily fluids that in turn can help him. With this justification, Hisui starts. And we will be skipping now. Whee! With his climax reached, Hisui falls to the ground. From there, she asks how he's feeling, and we're given a choice. If you recall part 10 during the Ciel route, a similar option appeared. Selecting the first option will see Shiki give in to his internal lust and do the things I specifically warn about at the beginning of the video. Selecting the second option, like I am here, will avoid that, so please keep that in mind if you are or intend to go through the game yourself. Shiki, having regained his ability to move, feels a little bit better than he did yesterday. Though he feels good, he wonders if it would have been better if he stayed as he was, so that Hisui didn't have to take him in as she did. As he attempts to speak, he can only say her name as Hisui stands up. Hisui straightens out her clothes and moves away from the bed. Hisui, Shiki-sama, please do not tell anyone of this. I do not want you to say it even to myself. Of course, Hisui must hate what she just did enough to not even want to be reminded of it. Shiki-sama, this is something I did on my own. Please think that nothing happened. Otherwise, I will be unable to serve you any longer. I don't know how to respond. I don't have words to apologize to her, and I don't have the words to thank her either. Well then, please excuse me. Hisui leaves. All I can do is watch as she does so. 2 o'clock arrives, and though it's time for his checkup, he doubts Hisui will be there. Though he laments what happened earlier, he knows he is at fault as well. Sometime during the prior scene, Shiki regained control of his body and started actively participating. As he thinks about it, a headache starts growing in his head, one stronger than before. It's as if it was a trade-off for his increased strength. With this thought, there's a knock at the door. Though he assumes it's Kohaku, it turns out to be Hisui. Please excuse me, Shiki-sama. The one who came was Hisui. Hisui wordlessly performs her usual checkup. Because I haven't slept today, I'm not bleeding. I'm not using an IV, so after taking a few measurements and changing the sheets, she gives me some water and medicine. The whole time, there is nothing but silence between us. After doing what I did, I can't look at her in the face. I think Hisui is like that too, but Hisui probably still dutifully and methodically carries out all of her normal tasks because of her role as a servant. And all of a sudden, Shiki-sama, how is your body's condition? She talks to me. As far as my condition goes, I can move a little more than before because of what happened earlier, but Shiki-sama, is there something the matter? Your face appears very red. My face is red because... Hisui, you... Yes? What did I do? Hisui tilts her head to the side questioningly. I don't know if I'm gonna want to hear what happens next, because I'm getting ideas for what might have happened, and I don't trust myself to understand properly. Damn it, I just can't say it, and I still haven't been able to apologize for this before. That is, I'm sorry about before. You must have been embarrassed to do it, but I treated you a bit rough. Ah. Hisui lowers her gaze as if embarrassed. I suppose she remembers now. I guess that's not the reason. Do not worry, Shiki-sama. I must apologize as well for doing that to your body without asking. Okay, never mind. False alarm, everybody. It is only natural if you end up hating me. What? Hate you? I have no reason to hate you. No matter what happens, I won't hate you. Besides, it's only natural if you end up hating me. My whole body becomes heavy as I say this. Even though I'm the one who said it, it should be about time Hisui's getting tired of hearing me. I bet she's remembering what happened before and hating me even as I speak. Huh? That's odd. Why is Hisui smiling so happily? Hisui? Why are you smiling? Shiki-sama, your words and mine were the same. I thought it was amusing. Hisui giggles, as if it was really funny. My head starts spinning. Hisui's rare smile is so cute I'm about to go crazy. That might be why. Her smile looks incredibly scary to me. Anyway, I haven't said thanks yet. Thank you for before, Hisui. The method was a little problematic, but thanks to you, my body is better. I may even be able to walk a little. Yes. Even though what I did was a small thing, I'm happy that I could be of some use. Hisui looks at me directly. Seeing her like that makes me remember what happened, and I start to get a little uncomfortable. But about before, I don't think it was really appropriate. I'm happy, but it's not quite right. Not quite right? Yes, that's something that both parties should agree to, and even though you're a servant, you don't have to go that far. I understand. As you say, I will ask your permission before I touch you next time. No, you're missing the point. Please excuse me. If anything happens, please call for me, Shiki-sama. Hisui walks out of the room. She's really calm. I'm a bit taken aback. Just seeing Hisui's face makes me blush, but Hisui acted like she always does. I don't get it. Something doesn't feel quite right, and it lingers in the back of my mind. Okay, maybe Christ is not averted. When I open my eyes, the day has already passed. It seems I fell asleep, but I don't remember when. His hurried breathing returns, and his body temperature is extremely high. His throat is dry, to the point where he can't even call out to anyone. So, he remains in bed. I start to feel down staying in this room for too long. This restless room. This room I don't remember. This room, it feels like it's not my room. Water. I'm thirsty. Water. I should go back to my house and quickly get some water to drink. I gasp for air. Placing my hand on the wall and feeling like I'll collapse any second, I manage to drag myself out of the room. I have trouble breathing. What is this? I haven't even walked 30 feet and already my heart feels like it'll explode. I need more air. Still, I have to go. I might die if I walk anymore. But if I don't get any water to drink, I'll probably die anyway. Then I'll walk and go get some water. I just can't stay and lounge in my bed forever. I go out into the courtyard. Water. This isn't the kitchen, though. I enter the woods. Soon I will be able to be at a place with water. A familiar place. With the fever getting to me, I arrive at the place. White sunshine. Even though the day is already ending, the entire world is white. The place is burning hot like a desert. I squint my eyes since the world is so white. Thud. I hear a noise. It comes from the detached house. Someone's inside? Opening the sliding door very slightly, I peer in from the porch. Inside, I see the figures of Akiha and Kohaku. They look a little strange. I hear the swishing of an obi being removed. What? Without a word, Kohaku pulls down her kimono and bares her breast. Huh? Kohaku stands there with a blushing face but does not move. Akiha presses her lips against the bared white chest. Tension. Kohaku looks down at her bare chest, and Akiha crouches so that she is burying her face in Kohaku's breast. Okay. A thin red drop makes a line down her breast. Akiha's throat starts to move, swallowing something. What? What is she drinking? Tomato sauce. Man, I'm gonna be honest, I see a picture like this and there's probably only like 2 options. There's no need to ask. I already understand. Akiha, she's drinking Kohaku's blood. I feel dizzy. My mind goes blank. All I can do is stare at the strange event happening before my eyes like in a daydream. Suddenly, Akiha opens her mouth with her arms still around Kohaku. About the killer. What do you think, Kohaku? Let's see. I think there can be no mistake that it's the work of Shiki-sama. What? I suppose so. I have no idea how he can walk around with that body, but we cannot leave him alone. The impurity of the tonal blood that has awakened must be cleansed by those of the tonal blood. Just what are they saying? Then, Akiha-sama. Yes. As the head of the Tono family, I will kill my brother. Those words send chills down my spine. Akiha isn't playing around. Even Kohaku-san nods seriously. Then, Akiha-sama, we should let Hisui-chan know about this too. You're right. But we should need her help. My brother can't move around as he likes, so we should be enough to kill him. My breathing gets out of control. You understand, Kohaku. Don't let Nissan pick up on any of this. It'll all be over in a few days, so let's not trouble him. Yes, I understand. He can't even move from his bed by himself, so he will never find out. My fingers shake uncontrollably. Nausea permeates my being and I almost pass out. But I can't pass out here. I have to get away. If I pass out here, I'll surely be killed. If they find out I was watching, they'll kill me right here. I struggle for breath. I don't understand. I don't understand why they would want to kill me. Even my brain trying to understand doesn't work because of the fever. I don't understand. This has to be a bad dream. Dream? Yes, this is a dream. Like always. This is just to be another one of my nightmares. Then I have to wake up quickly. Before this horrible vision consumes me, I have to wake up and return to my normal life. Somehow I make it to my room. Now, yes, I should lock the door. Shiki-sama. I don't know how long she has been there, but Hisui is standing in my room. What are you doing? In your condition, walking is very dangerous. Hisui, please lay down. If you push yourself, Akiha-sama will scold me. Akiha will scold? Why would she get in trouble if I went outside? No, I understand perfectly. Akiha realizes I'm the killer, so she plans to lock me in my room and when night comes, kill me. Please leave, Hisui. Shiki-sama? I won't let anyone in this room. Even you, no one will come in again. Shiki-sama, kya! I don't know where I got the strength, but I push her out into the hallway. Then I shut the door and lock it. Shiki-sama! Shiki-sama, please open the door! Shiki-sama! She knocks on the door. Ignoring it all, I crumble on the floor. Pain. It sticks inside my brain. The poison permeates every pore in my body. Every time I take a breath, the mold invades my whole body. I can't move freely. Something other than my organs or my functions, but something more from the core, like my very own energy, seems to be flowing out of my body. My heart has an invisible pipe sticking out of it. My life is flowing along this pipe to him. It hurts, so I can't make it. No matter how hard my body tries to recover, he takes away everything. So unless I take in something from the outside world, I can't live. Intravenous drip, nutrient supplement, injection, sedative, moisture, blood, reason, intelligence, feelings, memory, sight, sound, taste, touch, smell, bodily fluid, love, impulse. These drugs, all they can do is barely keep me alive. This isn't healing me. If there's something that will help me move, it's... Knock, knock. The sound wakes me up. Knock, 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 knock. Shut up! Placing my hand on the wall, I manage to stand up. My own wheezing fills my ears. Knock, 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 knock. Nissan! Please open the door, Nissan! Akiha is banging on the door. That's right. I locked it, so no one can get in. The two choices are to either unlock the door, or to wonder why the door was locked. Since we know that Shiki was fearful of letting anyone in, I decided to select the latter to see if he'll remember and keep it locked. As Shiki wonders, the image of Akiha and Kohaku in the old building pops into his head. That's right. I locked it so Akiha wouldn't get in. Nissan, I know you're up. You have to get your examination, so why did you lock the door? Bam, bam. She knocks harder. Akiha frantically calls me from outside in a bitter voice. Please open the door already. You haven't had your evening IV. Do you want to die? The pounding on the door doesn't stop. That's only natural. It's not good for Akiha if I shut myself in this room like this. As long as I'm doing this, Akiha will not be able to kill me. Nissan! Hey, are you listening to me? Nissan! Bam, bam. I don't really mind the knocking, but I cannot stand having to listen to her voice. Shut up! I hear a gasp from the other side of the door. Shut up. Nissan, I'm only worrying about you. I don't care. I'm not coming out. If you're really worried about me, then just go away. What? Do you get it? I'm not ever coming out. I won't let you kill me. Thud. I hit the door. The other side of the door has become a frozen silence. And after that, Nissan, just, what do you mean? Who told you I would kill you? Just go away. I'm not a killer. I'm still sane. I can't believe it. Nissan, you were already pulled in this much. Her words are filled with surprise. I sense her step back from the door. I understand. Nissan, you are exhausted right now, so I will come back and see you later. Shut up. I won't let you or anyone in this room. Nissan, I will listen to your words today, but tomorrow I will make you listen to me. Leaving you by yourself for 1 day is dangerous enough. I simply cannot leave you alone for 2 days, otherwise you will surely die. Please, wait for just 1 more day, Nissan. I hear her footsteps recede. I can hardly breathe. Just like Akiha said, I will surely die at this rate. But it's still better than Akiha killing me. I keep the door unlocked. I lean against the wall and keep my eyes open so I won't fall asleep. With Shiki determined to keep himself locked in his room, the chapter comes to a close. Though Shiki has gained some control of his body, even if temporary, he still ends the night stuck in his room. However, instead of being bound by immobility, he is now staying in there of his own volition. Next time, Chapter 13, Golden Cocoon, awaits.